I'm sorry to let you know that I have a very serious condition. Something that is very difficult to recover from, if possible. I have gas. Gear acquisition syndrome. It's an affliction that strikes many millions of people every year. Do you have gas? When it comes to buying any new gear, any new shiny toy for music, for audio, computers, photography, and video, man, it fills me with this feeling in my chest, and also this rush to my head where I'm just like looking through a catalog and I'm like, man, I got to have it. Today, look what I got here. This little bad boy, my latest gear acquisition. This is the Polaroid Cube Plus. This is not a product review, by the way. It's beeping at me. My heart made that sound when I got it. I feel like this will be good for me to vlog with because it doesn't look like a camera and it's not quite as awkward to be walking around with this little thing. Let's take a look and see what it looks like. It probably looks like garbage. There we go. Turns out I don't know how to use this camera and took a picture instead of a video. Side by side, what's it look like, mate? I'm also thinking I want to buy a new electric guitar. I don't know why. I don't need one. I just want one. I just need something new. I need some new gear. I don't even want like an expensive one. I kind of just want to buy like a $150 Squire Telecaster maybe with a nice butterscotch finish. Gear acquisition for me is something that I've always had. It's this feeling like my life will be so much better. I'll live in a fantasy world if I can just get this item. I remember in high school, I would bring the Musician's Friend catalog to school with me like every day and look through at all the guitars that I couldn't afford and all the guitar pedals and stuff and all the amplifiers. And it was such a joy to just look at all the stuff and be like, man, I wish I had that. I wish I had money so I could spend some of it on a guitar. More importantly, I wish I could play better so that I could justify it. And the thing is, on one extreme you have the people who are like rampant consumerism, yes, buy more, get it. Then on the other extreme you have people who are like, possessions won't bring you happiness. But then I feel like the truth lies somewhere in the middle that, from my experience, some possessions do bring you happiness. And other times it's just a total waste of money and you feel like an idiot, but I think when you're getting new gear, when you're getting a toy for yourself, or maybe your thing is something else like clothes or, I don't know, games, it seems to me that if this purchase is an investment in you in some way, that you are going to be able to use this thing to get more experiential joy, then it's a good thing. My camera's beeping. Now, if I buy a new guitar, what is that going to do? Probably not much except be cool for a little while. Make me look cool when I play it in my room. This is also kind of how I react to being kind of down, like kind of depressed and also kind of bored in life. I'm like, I just need to buy something. If I can buy something, give myself an early Christmas present or give myself a late Valentine's Day present, then it'll boost my spirits for a while to get me through this thing. Speaking of consumerism, why don't we take a quick commercial break? Does money burn a hole in your pocket? Try our heat-resistant wallet. Keeps the burning money in and the financial ruin out. Thanks so much for sitting through that commercial break. Of course, there are probably better uses for the money. I could put them in stocks. I could put them in a gym membership so that I wouldn't have to feel like I needed to cover myself up with a muumuu. I could use the money for travel. See, that's the thing. A lot of people say, man, don't spend your money on things, spend it on experiences. Don't spend several $1,000s on a guitar. Spend it on a trip to Guadalupe. Spend it on a trip somewhere, man. I'm not sure I agree. I don't know if people are oriented differently, because it seems to be just like this commonly held wisdom that experiences are better. But the thing is, what if I buy a guitar for several $1,000s, and then I have experiences with it. I go around and I play, you know, Austin City Limits. Then what? Then suddenly going to Guadalupe would look kind of dumb. They say an experience, memories last for a lifetime, but if I buy something, then it's there for a long time, and I can look at it and revisit it. I don't get it. I have a feeling this is a very unpopular opinion, and I'm going to get crucified for it probably. People are going to say, Frank, you're a materialist. I can tell you, if I bought a plane ticket with the money I spent on this camera, it would have gone to a lot less use than this camera. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if I had gone to France, you know, my life would have improved drastically. I don't know. This video is sounding a little cynical, isn't it? You know, I was also feeling nostalgic today. The first place I heard the term gear acquisition syndrome was on a forum that I used to be a part of 10 years ago when I was just a young lad. It was called studiotracks.net, and I was probably the youngest guy there. I think I was 19 when I was writing on this forum. Everyone else was like 40, 50, 60 years old. It was all these old guys who were recording, hobbyists. They recorded music like in their homes, and the whole forum was to talk about gear, to talk about, you know, microphones, to talk about recording techniques, to talk about, you know, to share your latest music that you made. And I spent a ton of time on that forum because I didn't have any real life friends. And last year, when I visited this forum again for the first time in years, it was like archived. There were no new anything in it. No, you couldn't make a new post, but it was just archived for posterity. And I just went there today, and it's gone. The website is gone. Luckily, we have the Wayback Machine on the Internet Archive so that I could take a trip down memory lane. And I just want to share this with you, boring though it might be. So here we are, November 2011, 2 days before Skyrim came out. I don't even think I was still active on here then, but, you know, going through and seeing all these names, Greg Juke, my man Greg Juke, Miami Mike, all these names, these people who I interacted with on the forums daily 10 years ago. I get emotional like looking at this again and seeing all these people. Bill Cath, he was one of the founders of the forum. Ron in Tampa Bay, he was the other founder. They were like the George Washington and John Adams of the forum. I had a Korg recorder. This is how I found it because I was dumb and didn't know how to use my Korg 8-track. So I came here, ended up staying because I had no friends, and had a lot of good times here. I did share on the New Songs forum every once in a while. They had mix-offs where they would give you the individual tracks for a song and then you mix it. And I remember when I participated one year, everyone else was doing kind of like this soft rock approach to this song. And I pumped the heck out of it. I made it all distorted and rocking, and everyone was blown away. It probably didn't sound very good. Actually, one guy on there who I didn't like that guy. He was like, I can't listen to it. It's awful. And I was like crushed. But alas, you can get into some of these, but that would be boring. I just wanted to share that. Thanks for going on that trip down memory lane with me. It's kind of sad with the internet when you're out of place for so long, especially now that the internet is so old. You see these forums, you find these forums sometimes that are from like the year 1999, and you're like, gosh, that was so long ago. Some of those places are still open because you gotta pay to keep a site open, and some of those places just go away forever. And I don't know. I'm feeling nostalgic and sad. Well, anyway, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Give it a like for some reason. I don't know. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any forums you were ever a part of. And yeah, take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Gear acquisition syndrome has gotten me in a fog looking through